Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready, front 80. Check, watch it before. You better bring.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Now on second and 16. Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can get
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Eluding the pressure. And right away, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And an alley to run. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. As the Eagles get ready for this next drive on offense, look at where they're at in their season right now. A couple of tough games they just had. They lost to the Patriots, and then another tough game against Seattle that they also lost. So now the Eagles are at 5-6. You know, they want to fight for that NFC East title. It's going to be tough. But the good news, they have 3 winnable games upcoming against Miami, the Giants, and then the Washington Redskins. Boston Scott, his first carry. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's still on his feet. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 57 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Now Scott. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's in for 2. The fake works, and they take the lead.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here, because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Boston Scott with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Phillip Rivers and his Chargers about ready to take over again. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I'll guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to.
There goes Melvin Gordon. The 40, past the 20, and all the way in for a Charger touch. Down. Melvin Gordon, 75 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll run with Scott, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty.
Come on, QB, come on. X3, 218, chopper.
On play action, Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 57 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Chargers offense ready to set up shop again. Coming off the bye in Week 12. Remember, Week 11, they were down in Mexico City. That loss that they had 24-17 at the hands of the Chiefs. That's why they had the bye in Week 12. Next up, Week 13, they play the Broncos out in Denver. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Back, green 80, ground 80. 50 to Mike, 50 to Mcginnis.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, the 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Short throw pick-6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.